the typo thing that's taking it to the next level. I like that.
We live in West Virginia, Southeast Ohio. We're lucky if we spell it right anyway. So like it might not even be an actual typo. We're just spelling it wrong because that's what we were taught.
That is funny. That is funny. Um, let's I'm trying to think. I feel like there was something else I wanted to ask you about that I'm forgetting now. But we can. Oh, I know what it was. So we can definitely circle back, talk about anything business wise. But I wanted to talk about the ears.
Oh
So
yeah.
we both got a little bit of cauliflower ear. Maybe John here soon too. So John and I are both do jujitsu.
Yep.
I've been doing it for a little bit longer. And then you did.
I wrestled all through high school.
Do you do anything still with it, or was that just
So
a high school thing?
it's funny. You asked because last night we were actually trying to sign my youngest one up for jujitsu and judo classes.
Nice.
We missed wrestling season because we've been traveling so much, and he's not in school yet. He starts school next year, so it's kind of he's been to wrestling practice. I've taken him to the youth wrestling practice just to watch as a bystander because we started going when he was 3, you know, and all we go is just go a couple of times, watch, just kind of understand what it is, understand you're going to get your ass kicked, but you might have fun, like, and you're going to learn some really, really good stuff. I mean, for me, wrestling was my favorite sport. I freaking loved it. Like, I wish I was motivated enough to chase it to college level. Um, no, I just wasn't. Um, but I can promise if my kid gets into jujitsu, we're going to do jujitsu throughout this year until wrestling. I'm just a big supporter of wrestling, and I think overall it's the dominant technique in
Look
any
at
type.
MMA, UFC. Mostly the wrestlers win.
The best
They're
are either US based wrestling or combat sambo, which we ain't doing that. We'll just stick with the wrestling. I don't even know where you go do combat sambo at, but yeah. So plus our area, you know, Ohio is kind of a dominant force in the wrestling field. So
Mhm.
you know, if you can be good here, you can be good anywhere. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like Ohio sucks for pretty much everything other than wrestling, baseball, and that's about it. Like Ohio State football, I guess, is pretty good, but you know, it there's a lot of expertise here. My high school coach was a 2-time Division I All-American. And I'm in this little teeny tiny city in the middle of nowhere in Ohio, but it's just a craved sport in this state. And so it makes good sense. Plus, I've got a really, really good background in it to where I would love to get on and help coach. I've always wanted to get into the coaching side of it, but there's never been I haven't had the time in previous years, and now I've got the time, and now there's kind of a motivation to maybe kind of help, you know, getting Henry in it and getting him excited about it, and so we'll see. Yeah, but wrestling will beat you up, man. Your joints in your ears.
Yeah. Yep. That cauliflower ear is real. John, have you gotten any cauliflower ear yet?
I'm avoiding as long as possible. I'm old now. I don't want to. I'm trying to.
Are you wearing
No.
the
Oh,
earpiece?
but I mean, right now, yeah, we're only going twice a week. My boys are going 2 or 3 times a week, so it is very fun. I will say it is very fun that we're learning new things in jujitsu, and they're trying to take me down. It's very funny. Like I'm still 200 pounds.
You guys. Oh, I was gonna say, do you guys also enter like does your gym involve wrestling into jujitsu? Because a lot of jujitsu gyms do that now.
My gym involves a lot of Muay Thai and self-defense, like legit self-defense tactics, not necessarily wrestling, but the coaches in my gym are really, really well-rounded. Like they understand. There's like a very legit black belt in Muay Thai that is teaches that, and then 2 legit black belts in jujitsu. And they, James has been a black belt for a long time. Jimmy's just been one for about a year. So it's yeah, it's a legit gym. They have a lot of competition kids, all ages go to competitions pretty much all the time. They host competitions. So it's definitely I was surprised how crazy just normal jiu-jitsu gym, but very well respected in the whole region.
Yeah, we do. I like how you said he's just been a black belt for just a year.
Dude,
He's just a black belt for a year.
He's
I
a
just-
wild man. He's become a very good friend, and he's a very good coach. But I'm saying, like, he was a brown belt. I've been through this with him, like understanding that he was a brown belt for almost 3 years.
Yeah, and he probably in training. Yeah, I mean, 3 years is honestly a really short amount of time to be a brown belt. So he must have been training a lot.
It's every day. I mean, he was
Yeah, it's
coaching.
every day,
He
yeah.
is a coach, and he was training every day, maybe twice a day for 3 years.
Yeah,
And he did jujitsu for 11 years, I think. So that's how long it took him to go from white to black
Yep.
belt.
If we're going to go down this road, you guys going to watch Volkanovski versus Topuria?
maybe.
I'll see all the clips.
I'll part of the clips. I'm really bad for someone that does jujitsu. I guess both of us for people that do jujitsu. I think we're both pretty bad at following UFC.
My freaking my ESPN Plus bill has got to be like $2,000 a year. Like they freaking stick it to you, man. It's so expensive to be a UFC fan, but I am like, I don't really watch anything else. And
Yeah.
my freaking kids, I got a 5-year-old that put me in a rear naked choke last night, and I'm like, what are you doing? But I got to remember that I'm letting him watch this stuff, and he'll sit down and he always picks the fighters by their shorts color, so it'll be a black and a white guy fighting, and the white guy's got black shorts on. He'll say, I want the black guy. And I'm like, what? Which one? Like, because I got to understand what he's talking about. Anyway, it's hilarious because he's ate up with it. But we watch a bunch of it. I hope Volk puts it on him. So we'll see.
I love that. That's gonna be a core memory for him.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't know that it's something to brag about as a parent, letting your 5-year-old watch.
Oh, GC.
Oh, we do way worse stuff
it's
than that. My 3-year-old threw the F-bomb multiple times this year. And we're like, shut up. She's a little baby, sweet little baby.
Yeah.
F you, Dad. Cool. Doing a great job.
That's hilarious.
Oh, man.
There was something I was going to bring up. So I just thought I'd throw this in there. I don't know if we're getting toward the end, but I did want to kind of mention something that was on my mind that I think is valuable to anybody listening. If you guys don't mind, but
Absolutely.
I got an email this morning that kind of triggered this conversation, and I got a good laugh out of it, but it's really, really relevant to anybody listening, and kind of my experience in the roofing business as a niche contractor, and what, you're trying to do all the time, trying to get better. And, the reason we came back to Proline, so essentially I got an email saying, that all these new features were released with this CRM that we thoroughly believed in last year.